I'll go be speaking about Bruce Lee's Jeet Kune Do versus mixed combat sport. Okay? Now, in the past, there's a lot of confusion that is Bruce Lee promote cage fighting, or Bruce Lee's a father of so-called MMA, that I like to call it mixed combat sport from now on, because it's a proper way to label. Now, let's go to Jeet Kune Do. Okay? When I say Jeet Kune Do, I don't say Bruce Lee's after death Jeet Kune Do that turned into garbage. Yeah, do not get me wrong, it's very effective. Because thanks to Bruce Lee, credit by Bruce Lee. It's very effective. But yeah, is it any authentic than that? No. Only authentic Jeet Kune Do you find is through Bruce Lee's books, writing, demonstration, movies. It's literally you can find is Jeet Kune Do directly from Bruce Lee. There's not everybody represents Jeet Kune Do. Not even Bruce Lee. Not even Brandon Lee. I'm sorry, not even Brandon Lee. Not even Shannon Lee, Linda Lee, Chuck Norris, Daniel Santo, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. None of that. Only Jeet Kune Do represent is truly authentic. It's Bruce Lee. That's it. Now I'll go speak about this. There's a lot of confusion there that should not confuse. Now, if you look at Bruce Lee's Jeet Kune Do, it's made in America. And Bruce Lee sometimes call it Cantonese Jeet Kune Do. Literally, he's Chinese American, as he's Cantonese as well. He speaks Cantonese as well. As far as his Jeet Kune Do expression concerned, it's a trademark, it's way of intercepted fist. I'm going to talk more in the other video. What I mean by way of intercepted fist is when the opponent comes in, he literally blocking counter, even leaning counters, or direct counters. That's what literally Bruce Lee does, is intercepting. That's what I literally call intercepted fist. Okay? Now, if you look at the Bruce Lee, it's all in there. If you see his movies, all in there. Through his books, it's all in there. And Bruce Lee's books that I recommend to read is Tao Jeet Kune Do, the Tao of Jeet Kune Do, because it's the hardest to understand. I would not recommend that first because you have a hard time to understand that. I read that book. It's pretty easy to understand because my heart connects to that. Next one is Bruce Lee's fighting method. It's easy to understand, and I really connect to his book that I read. And also I recommend, I have not read that yet, it's called Artist for Life. Now, if you look at Bruce Lee's tombstone, you know a fact. Bruce Lee's a founder of Jeet Kune Do. He uses a label, no limitation as limitation. Because martial arts is no limitation whatsoever. The fact where you want to aim towards as being a real martial artist, no limitation as limitation. There's no rules. Do whatever it takes. As Malcolm X stated, you have to defend yourself any means necessary. Jeet Kune Do is literally a street combat science. So Bruce Lee studied that. Kung Fu as well. It's a new generation Kung Fu, literally what Bruce Lee created. It's Bruce Lee's Jeet Kune Do. It's literally a modern day type of Kung Fu. Because that is Kung Fu. Also, if you watch Jeet Kune Do, it's known for in-scoop kick to the leg, side in-scoop kick to the knee, side kick to the knee. Reason why? Because it's very sensitive. And you don't see many combat sport fighters do that. All you see is a roundhouse kick to the leg that literally from Muay Thai, kickboxing. That's it. It's not special. You see in cage fighting where they do roundhouse kick. It's not special at all. Majority of that's not special. But if you watch, Bruce Lee's Jeet Kune is special to me. The way he does his unique kicks. Not just Bruce Lee. Kung Fu expressions too, where they scoop the leg, front kick, scoop the knee, front kick the knee, side kick the knee, and even very quick roundhouse kicks. Even karate expression has a leg sweep type. Hapkido. Even Hapkido has a very expressive, very impressive techniques. Now if you look at Bruce Lee's Jeet Kune Do, the way they do leg kicks, kick in the leg, it's special, it's very unique. And how Bruce Lee does his ground fighting, it's very lethal. More than you see in combat sport fighting. Mixed combat sport. Now if you look at when Bruce Lee get taken down on the ground, like if you see him with Bob Law, he bit the guy. And another interesting thing what Bruce Lee did for self-defense, great for self-defense, if you try to remember, you're going to lose. And I agree with him with that. And if you don't see what Bruce Lee is, I'll go put link of description down below. You'll see it yourself. And Bruce Lee's fight scene you guys know already, but I'll go put link of description of his movies so you guys understand what we're doing, what I'm talking about, and understand really closely. Because he don't believe in choreographed fights like in a robotic way. He believes in look like real combat. That's what literally Bruce Lee did. And I respect Bruce Lee for this work he does. Of course, it cannot be videotape or commercialized. If they do, they end up in jail. It's an outlaw right there. Because this stuff is lethal combat techniques. That stuff is not a game, it's not go play around with. That's Bruce Lee's Jeet Kune Do. Lethal techniques. Especially finger in the eye and jab. Finger jab in the eye. That's what Bruce Lee's known for too. Like I said, real Kung Fu been trained to do finger that turn to fingers like knives. Okay. Now, literally, Jeet Kune Do is integrated with the boxing techniques there. That literally Bruce Lee promote boxing techniques. And I promote boxing techniques too as well. And it's very important to be versatile in martial arts. Well, mixed combat sport has versatility in that, but it's more like mostly combat sport. Jeet Kune Do is based on being versatility in martial arts, including boxing. But mixed combat sport, versatility, it's a combat sport. That's what we call it mixed combat sport, because versatility in combat sport. It's very important to be versatile. Without it, it's not. So go limit yourself. Now let's go to mixed combat sport. Mixed combat sport in the past, but I'm speaking, I cannot stand it because it's not impressed me, especially Royce Gracie. He stayed in the ground for so long. And they call so-called no holds barred, no rules, this and that, no biting, no eye gouging. You know what? If they take Mike Tyson to the ground, he go get bit. You know how Mike Tyson is. He'll bite you. When you take Lennox Lewis in the leg, You see link description below the box, you can see it yourself. Mike Tyson, when he took Lennox Lewis on the ground, he bit his leg. It's an animal right here. In a clinch, you guys saw, it's very famous. When he into clinch, what he did, he bit his ears off. Now, if you watch that movie In Hell with Jean-Claude Van Damme, I'll go speak about this in another video. Even though Jean-Claude Van Damme is losing in that fight scene, I'll go put link description below a fight scene. You'll see it yourself. Oh, excuse me. That way, like, even though he's on the ground, he's on the bottom, he ended up bit the guy, killed the guy. Royce Gracie could not survive that. And if you look at the Enter Gracie, I'm gonna talk about this a lot. They cannot handle boxing rules, like literally what happened to Frank Shamrock and Enzo Gracie. Frank Shamrock ended up demolishing with boxing techniques, boxing skills. He may not be the greatest boxer, but yet he has a decent, good boxing enough to beat the Gracies. That Gracies can't handle him. That Enzo Gracie can't handle him. I'm gonna put link in the description down below. You can see it yourself. One thing that did not impress me is Gracie staying the ground forever like this, without the rules and stuff, with no eye gouging, no biting. If he's on the ground on me, I'd beat him, eye gouge him, blind him for the rest of life. This is how serious this stuff is. Go ahead and ground fight the police officer. Guess what happened? Police officer gunned him down. Any means necessary. Pepper spray. First is pepper spray. What literally will do to blind him for temporary. Using batons, taser, and guns. This is how police officers are serious what they do. You don't stay in the ground for too long like this. It's ridiculous. And no rules. Oh man, you're gonna be messed up. You're gonna get demolished. So better not use this nonsense ground fighting. That's what MMA mixed combat sport in the past they do is ground fight for long like that, like how Gracie's. Now it gets less and less and less. Whereas with honestly, I like UFC a little bit more because they don't see ground fight much anymore like they used to, except for little. Except for it's better than it was before. And ground fight is only practical purpose, like doing a practical match, the same thing, you know what I'm saying? As far as standing up concern, may not be great as boxer, may not be great as may not be as talented, but yet they get better pretty much every year, which is a surprise, you know. And you don't see much ground fight no more like it used to be. You don't. But as far as roundhouse kicks are concerned, it's garbage. Like I said, other video, it's garbage because the way they kick. There's very few people out here throw a good roundhouse kicks with great angles. But a lot of them are like a Taekwondo fighter. A lot of Taekwondo fighters where they kick with like a front kick like. I'm not impressed at all. When I look at it, I was like, I'm glad I don't do this no more because after my knee injury, I felt that my knees are sensitive to do that. Too sensitive to do that. I'm going to show how to roundhouse kick out in the video. Tutorial how to roundhouse kick out of the video. That way you see what I'm talking about. And it takes skills to be a master of that. Another thing too, Bruce Lee's Jeet Kune versus mixed combat sport. The sparring they do in Bruce Lee's Jeet Kune is a responsible way of sparring. They spar with literally no gear. With safe sparring, like how Kung Fu doing, literally. Like how dogs play with each other, how they spar with each other without bleeding. It's the same thing. But yet, if they break the rules, you go be paid for that. So you want to keep the rules. I don't say rules like combat sport, but rules enough like to be responsible. That's only one rules. Don't go with pride, ego, competitive. Just enjoy, have fun. That's it. And spar with humble. That's it. If you look at the cage fighting, the way they spar is irresponsible. Like if you watch real Kung Fu sparring, Jeet Kune sparring, they're lethal enough already. They know they're lethal enough, but yet have to look out for their safety. Because these techniques are very dangerous. That's part of the reason why dogs or any other animals out here are master of sparring without injuries. The responsible way of sparring. And real Kung Fu learn originally from animals, watching animals. And I give Kung Fu credit for that. They have that self-motivation to watch animals. They integrate that themselves. And then that's part of the reason why, like, I love safe spar right now than it was I like irresponsible way of sparring. Because irresponsible sparring is not safe. You'll get brain concussion for that. If you watch cage fighting closely, and maybe in practice, it may be responsible way of sparring, except for even that, they get like too competitive, pride and ego in their practice, which is not healthy. And even when you just watch the cage fighting, it's what they have to do to survive. And I get it. They do irresponsible way of sparring. That, I'm not impressed. Now, if you look at Mayweather-Pacquiao fight, they're like literally sparring. They're not trying to knock him out. They're literally sparring. They're not even fighting. They're literally sparring. Sparring is the safest way. The only time you fight is on the street to defend yourself. That's it. With any means necessary. You do your lethal technique, and done. And MMA and the mixed combat sport right now, they have like, especially with the little gloves, thinner than boxing gloves, one punch knockout. And that alone, it's a great thing there. That got much better. But still, nowhere near as Bruce Lee's Jeet Kune. Bruce Lee's Jeet Kune is lethal. Based on street combat, no rules. There's no politics in that to play. Another thing too, what I cannot stand about mixed combat sport is the politics. I don't like to play politics. You just gotta remain to be yourself. As a martial arts. If you look at a lot of Kung Fu expression, you have animal styles, you have Wing Chun, you have Choli Fuck, they have Long Fist, they have Hung Guard, we have all sorts of arts there created by the person. Had their own expression. And Bruce Lee had expressions. Bruce Lee's Jeet Kune Me, I have my own expression called Aaron's Martial Arts Revolution, but it's not yet update yet. Because I work in a martial arts school right now that I did not create it. So later on down the road, I will officially Aaron's Martial Arts Revolution. The reason why I built that because I gotta build my own name before somebody take my name. You know what I'm saying? I want to take it. No, it's something that they have already. I will not want to do that. Yeah. Another thing too is the difference between Bruce Lee's Jeet Kune Do and a mixed combat sport. If you look at Bruce Lee's Jeet Kune Do, they have like kung fu type of uniform. They have a t-shirt. They have like whatever that is, or jumpsuit, whatever. And if you look at mixed combat sport, they fight from board shows that I promote the most. I rather than the Speedo, spandex underwear, and all this stuff. I don't promote spandex underwear at all. I don't. I will talk about this in another video because I have a lot to talk about that anyways. So mixed combat sport, you notice that they've been mass commercialize it, mass televise it. Bruce Lee's Jeet Kune Do is not, because like I say, it's lethal techniques that's it's illegal, so it's not recommended on a mass televised. But mixed combat sport's okay, because they have gear and stuff like that. But yes, it's close to real, but not real as Bruce Lee's Jeet Kune Do. Not real as a street fight with no rules. So, as being said, take a look at that yourself. Do with an eye opening. Is mixed combat sport is Jeet Kune Do? No, it's not Jeet Kune Do. Is Jeet Kune Do is mixed combat sport? No, it's not. But either one of them is not. Remember, Bruce Lee is not a father of MMA, and he does not promote cage fight.